Welcome back to Professor Layton in the Curious Village. Our story so far. A letter requesting help brings Professor Layton and his assistant Luke to the remote Saint Mystere. After solving a puzzle, the pair are able to cross the drawbridge that leads into the village. Now Luke and Layton must go to Rhinal Manor, residence of Lady Dahlia, to offer of the letter. And that's actually where we are right now. So let's question people.
That's really good. Oh crap, she's on the bubble
What
screen.
is it? What in the world happened?
My little Claudia got scared and ran off. Didn't you see her dart out to the room?
I must have missed her. I'm terribly sorry, my lady.
Oh, you're just useless, aren't you?
Oh, ouch.
Your voice actually fits with the with the picture.
Professor, you didn't see which way my baby ran off to, did you?
Your baby, madam? If I'm referring to that white cat, I saw it run out that door a moment ago.
Of course.
What? And you simply stood there and let her escape?
Well, she sort of pounced past us.
Well, he said he was a baby.
Oh, she is.
It is very difficult to catch a
Our
cat.
animals, after all.
You fool, she is not just a cat. She has a name, and that name is Claudia... Is that Reinhold?
Reinhold.
Reinhold, okay. She is a very delicate flower, and she is simply a mess when I'm not close by to comfort her.
She seemed just fine when she ran right out the door.
Matthew! I need you to find Claudia and bring her back immediately.
Poor man.
About this little inheritance problem reveals Lady Dahlia.
That can wait.
That can wait. Can't you see that we have a more pressing concern on our hands at the moment?
Yes, the cat is more.
You could have stopped her and you didn't. So you have a responsibility to find Claudia and bring her back.
Truly a pressing matter.
So now the cat is gonna challenge you to a puzzle in order to catch.
Send the professor off to find a stray cat. The nerve! Who do you think you are?
Haha, oh, it's fine.
We're going to have to solve another puzzle, aren't we?
Nothing ever bad bothers the professor. Maybe all does have a point. It does seem we heard Claudia run off. Madam, if you'll excuse us, we have a cat to track down.
It's just an excuse to make you go see the town.
Thank you, and
Let's go
please
see
Well,
the
follow
to be fair, there's something important does happen while we're looking for Claudia.
My
it-
Claudia is such a delicate flower.
There's a
Even
plot
the
reason why
cold
this is.
outdoor air might prove too much for her.
There's a plot reason why this is.
Okay.
There's a plot reason why we have to do this. It's just not apparent yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there at the end of this part, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, chapter 2, the fugitive feline. Let's find.
Wow,
Alliteration.
she really does look like Opal.
Yeah.
Well,
All right,
let's be
see.
fair. Everything in the Layton games is not what it seems. So
Exactly. So first, okay, so this is the journal where we can read the story so far, in case you know, for the sake of catching up. And let's check the mysteries. The Golden Apple. The late Baron Reinhold hid this item in the Saint Mystere just before dying, and has promised the whole of his fortune to the one who finds it. No one has any clue what the Golden Apple might be, or where it is hidden. So yeah, what is the Golden Apple?
So basically we're being hired to help someone cheat by hiring a detective.
Noise at the manor. When the professor first met Lady Dahlia, Reinhold Manor was rocked by a noise so loud it shook the walls of the mansion and scared off Claudia. What could the source of that noise be? So yeah, those are our two mysteries as of now.
Isn't this sort of cheating? I'm assuming she's hiring Layton to help her win this.
I guess. Dahlia's really is fond of that cat. I assume that you're the famous Professor Layton, yes?
Why none other?
My name is Gordon, the Baron's brother, and one of the people who originally requested your services.
One of the people?
yeah,
I'd like to explain our
Originally
situation
requested your
further.
service?
What do I have
technically
to
it's
tell
a
you?
group effort.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to find the golden apple.
It's a group effort, yet only one person can get the inheritance.
Maybe they can share it.
Huh, maybe. That'd be a first in storytelling.
My name's Simon. I'm Baron Ronhold's nephew. My father is the little brother of Gordon there.
Can I voice this guy?
Sure.
Or rather, he was until he kicked the bucket, as they say. But I digress. You're the famous Professor Layton. I thought you'd have more presents.
Well,
Well,
excuse
never
you?
mind that. I take it you don't mind if I throw a puzzle your way. It shouldn't prove difficult for a man of your ability. If you're as good as they say, this shouldn't amount to much more than a distraction.
Bring it on, Simon. Arcane line. Okay, so this is a... Okay, so you might... Okay, so basically, as shown in the diagram below, you have a quarter of a circle. Within this circle is a rectangle, which touches the edge of the circle at point B. Assuming that point B is located at the center of the triangle, how long is the diagonal line AC? Hold on, I'm just reading the tutorial. This is a tutorial about how to do the puzzle. It's just... Wait a bit. I'm showing this off just for the sake of, you know, showing it off. Okay, so here's my... So yeah, what do you guys think? How long is the diagonal AB? This is to show off that I can write, you know, I can write calculations and stuff. How long is the diagonal A and C? AC, actually. The red line, basically. It's very simple. It's way more simple than you're probably thinking right now.
I think it has to do with math. Let's see, something that's point B is
Okay, I'm guessing your first instinct is to use the theorem of the Pythagorean theorem, right?
Pythagoras theorem, yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing, you don't need it to solve this one. That's the thing with Layton puzzles. They make you think you have to do math, but turns out you don't.
Huh.
It is. You don't need a Pythagorean theorem to answer this one. Something else in the diagram should be the exact same length as AC. So what is it?
Question, why are you showing the hints?
For the sake of showing off, like, exactly how well crafted the puzzles are, hints included.
Okay.
No. Like, that's why I have a infinite coins sheet, so I can show off all the hints for every puzzle.
Question. I know they got someone to help them make the puzzles in the later games, but in the beginning, in the first games, did they also use someone to help them, or...?
All of the puzzles in this game were created by Akira Tago.
Creative guy.
Who's basically a professor in Japan. He's famous for creating puzzles like these. He used to make a magazine called Head Gymnastics in Japan, and Hino, the creator of this series, he grew up on those magazines, so this is basically his love letter to his childhood right here.
I see.
So yeah, the answer is 10.
Do it.
Should be made clear right now.
Every puzzle has an answer.
Okay, see, you should remember that it's about the fact that it's a half circle. What the radius of the circle is.
Always the same.
If you draw a line from any point, a straight line from any point in the circle, all the way to the other side, it's always gonna have the exact same length.
I see.
You know?
I see.
So it was really, you just have to know how circles work.
Feels easier for me using the Pythagorean theorem, but...
Oh, it's there for people who want to use it, but there's basically two ways of solving the puzzle, basically. Yeah,
I see.
As long as you get the right answer in the end, it should be fine.
exactly.
You just take more time.
It's no use arguing with her. The best thing you do is just find that cat. If you're as bright as they say, you shouldn't have no problem tracking down her.
To be
Just
fair,
put some food down. Call it.
Yeah.
to be fair, some of the puzzles can be hard.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, it's like I sort of sometimes solve these puzzles in like a completely different way.
Hold on, what?
It's a very nice portrait, isn't it? I bet that's the Baron Reynolds right there. But what about this one, Professor? Who could this pretty girl be? Do you think she'll
Now we're
have...
gonna listen to one of my favorite tracks in the game, Mysterious Girl.
Oh gee, she has a soundtrack dedicated to her. I wonder if she'll play a part in the story later.
The two portraits are next to each other, so they're likely family. She's probably the Baron's daughter. That's exactly right, sir.
What is wrong with his eyes? Why are you
I asked
like
the
that?
same thing.
You are looking at a portrait of Flora, the late Baron's daughter. Pardon me for asking, but I couldn't help but notice your keen interest in art. Would you care to
Professor
take this
Layton.
old... You
Sorry.
used to own most wonderful painting. However, all that's left of it now is this small scrap. I got it. Paint scrap. Okay, so this is another thing in Layton games, the puzzle mini games. Every single Layton game has three puzzle mini games. This one in particular that we're just introduced is the painting. Basically, by solving puzzles across the city, a village actually, we're gonna get various painting scraps. And when we have all of them, we can properly recreate this puzzle. And if we solve the puzzle, if we manage to reconstruct the whole painting, we open up a new batch of puzzles in the bonus section.
Nice.
Hey.
So
It's
just
a
solving
collective
more and
fun,
more...
basically.
Yeah. So solving the puzzles in the bonus section, those can be fun.
I'm terribly
Well,
sorry,
depends.
Professor. I will personally search the manor and the estate grounds. I regret asking, would you mind taking a quick look about the village to see if Claudia's there? Don't give it a second thought, my good man. We're on the case.
Just
The
put some food down.
Yeah.
the portraits of the characters seem a little dated, so... This game is, what, 7 years?
Yeah. Well, I think for
I think the
2007.
setting is long before that, though.
Oh look, time to handle puzzle number 10.
Okay.
Considering this is a 2007 DS game, I think it looks fantastic.
Yeah, it looks good.
A, B,
But
C, and D
compared
are
to
single-digit
when-
numbers. The following equations can all be made with these numbers. A plus C equals D, A times B equals C, C minus B equals B, and A times 4 equals D. So it's basically a matter of comparing equations
Yep.
and figuring out the value of each.
I know the way to handle this one.
This is one of the optional puzzles, so you don't have to solve this one. You can just ignore it.
I actually helped a friend recently making this puzzle. No, I needed to think with math to resolve it.
Okay,
Obviously.
basically at this point, I'm basically thinking. This is me, my thought process right now. Nothing is happening on screen because I'm thinking.
It's an equation, yeah.
I'm comparing numbers.
Think about it how you would with algebra.
Okay, so yeah, here it is. A plus C and 8 times 4 both equal B. Since 8 times 4 is the same as A, C must equal A times 3.
That should be all the hints you need, really.
I know, but I'm showing
This one is actually a simple one. You don't really...
I know, but I'm showing them all off just for...
Yeah.
I don't like math.
C minus B
Oh,
equals
math
B.
is sort of my stronger suit.
This means that C equals 2 times B. You also know that from the second hint that C equals 3 times A. Only one single-digit number is divisible by both 2 and 3. Find it and you've found the key to solving the puzzle.
Well, I don't like math as well, and I can make these no problem.
Very few people like math, but
I'll take math over English, because nowadays over here in English, it's extremely subjective. And if a teacher holds a grudge against you, yeah.
You're stuck.
I take English over Portuguese.
I know the feeling, Jova. I know.
I'll say. It's been my most despised class ever since I've started college because every single teacher teaches completely different. So I have to adapt to a complete new learning structure if I want to score well.
It's not bad. You can get a teacher that never taught that lesson before. That happened to me. Also, I'm gonna learn this with you as well. I was like, what?
Wow.
What I say?
How does that even work?
It's educational program, let's say, here in Portugal. Public education is kind of in a bad place right now.
So yeah, there's the equations right there.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
How did you like the puzzle, Luke? How did it prepare you for tackling more difficult puzzles?
Sure I did.
Alright, so... this is me. I went back because there's a hidden puzzle over here that I forgot. This is definitely one of my favorite puzzles.
Look, there's a puzzle hidden here, Professor.
Why you need it is? Let's see.
You're gonna show off all the puzzles?
Whoa, we're already to puzzle 110.
I know, but this is a hidden one that you can find.
I know. I'm just sort of
I've seen
emulating
this
what the
before.
audience reaction
what do
will
you
probably
guys
be.
think? On the table below are 4 cubes made up of matches. Can you change 4 cubes to 3 by moving just a single match?
I think I... Well...
This is one of those puzzles
Well, you
that...
probably can.
This is one of those puzzles that are ingenious in their simplicity. Like, the answer is so simple. The answer is so simple, and yet so ingenious. The 4 cubes appear to be arranged in 2 rows. The first row has 1 cube, and the row behind it has 3. You need to get rid of the middle cube in the back row. All you need to do is reposition one of the diagonal matches so that it's oriented vertically. You have quite a few to choose from. So basically, all I have to do is this. Ta-da! 1 cube less.
Yep.
I see.
It's a matter of
Well,
perspective.
here's my guess. Professor, I've solved it!
He's really happy about it.
Let's not forget, this is what these characters live for.
Yeah.
Alright.
Piece of cake! Now let's go find more puzzles.
So I actually think this is the same world as Ace Attorney.
I guess it makes sense. Over in America, they have a crazy trial system, while over here in Britain, everything is ruled with puzzles.
Yep.
Oh, there's
No, it's easy.
Oh, hi, Claudia.
Professor! There she is!
Bye,
And
Claudia.
there she goes. Look, she ran off.
I don't blame her. I mean, she doesn't know either of you.
Let's talk
Look,
now.
why don't you speak with her? Speak with the cat.
What does this look like? Ace Attorney, I
let's
can't
talk to the
speak
cat.
to the animals.
Yeah. Blast. That burns. It looks like the engine blew out. So this is Saint Mystere, eh? The famed stomping ground of the late Baron Augustus Reinhold. I wonder what kind of tricks the old man set up in this village before he shuffled off. Oh, Layton, you ridiculous dandy. Just you wait. All the treasure you seek will be mine. So yeah, who's this shady character? We'll
I'm
find
certain
out.
he's not the villain. He's really going to be an ally, I bet.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's a proto
Hey
man.
look, it's Ramon!
Oh, great.
Oh, it's you, Mr...
Please, call me Ramon. Can I be of some assistance?
As a matter of fact, Ramon, yes, Lady Dahlia's cat slipped out of the house. Have you ever seen her about?
Do you mean dear Claudia? I think I saw her pass through here and run into the village a few moments ago. If that's the case, I sure wish he'd bothered to catch her before she ran away.
You make a good point, my boy.
Come to think of it, why don't they ever just call her name while waving a bit of food around? That often seems to work.
Cats are smart. They'll come home on their own.
Alright, I guess I have to take
Or
this
not.
one.
But they're smart enough to not come home.
You need something. You do, don't you?
No, we don't.
No, not really.
I
I just
can see.
want to...
Yes, an open book is what you are.
Actually, we're just passing through. Nothing special, really.
Excuse me, but you didn't happen to see Lady Dahlia's cat come through here a moment ago, did you?
How could he with those dark sunglasses?
Ah, the puppy white killer, yeah. I think she ran towards the village square. Yep, she went that way. I see. Thank you.
Huh.
Think nothing of it. If only all questions were that easy to answer. Well then, I'll be off now.
Oh, so you're off now. Who'd have thought he'd turn out to be such a nice chap? I mean, never mind the fact we were just stopping right through, and apparently that's what he was waiting for. It's almost as if he was waiting for us.
Indeed. Let's be off. Hold on. Let's take a look at what's behind the blue door.
You've won a car! No?
You see it? That blue door over there appears to be ajar. Care to take a look inside, Luke?
Okay.
The reason the game is telling us to go here is to teach us an important thing about solving puzzles in this game. Alright. This is one of my favorite puzzles. Look here, my boy. This distinguished kennel is reminding me of a simply wonderful puzzle.
Everything reminds him of puzzles.
His life, it revolves
this.
around puzzles.
Get used to this. You'll hear this line a lot throughout the series. Oh, look at that. That thing reminds me of a puzzle.
Oh, look, a corpse. It reminds me of a puzzle.
10 candles stand burning in a dining room. A strong breeze blows in through an open window and extinguishes 2 of them. Checking back on the candles later, you see that 1 more candle has gone out. To make sure no more flames go out, you shut the window. Assuming the wind doesn't extinguish any more candles, how many candles do you have left in the end?
That reminds me, this riddle reminds me of another riddle.
Riddleception.
Hey, you know that Ace Attorney who I faced off against in that crossover? He reminds me of another riddle.
I mean, it seems straightforward, but it wouldn't be a puzzle if there wasn't a trick to it. You have to know how many candles you have left in the end. So what do you think, guys?
Actually, I have a question. We know when in time of the chronology of the Ace Attorney, the crossover passes is after the first 3 games. What about the to Layton?
Apparently, from what I could tell, the crossover takes place between, like after Pandora's Box, but before Lost Future.
Are you sure about that? Oh,
well,
wait, yes, that would have to. Yes, you're right, that would have to, considering... Well, then again, couldn't it technically maybe have happened, like, during the Lost Future, you know? Like, well, of course, it sort of could have happened, like, you know, sometime in between the end of that and, like, the last cutscene of the Lost Future. You know, it could have.
That's correct. The 7 candles that managed to stay lit will melt down completely. The only candles that remain in the end are the 3 that are extinguished by the wind, and therefore stay intact.
Granted, it's probably a technicality. It's sort of like the way about Kingdom Hearts Recoded takes place, you know, after the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, but takes place before the very last cutscene of Kingdom Hearts 2.
It does?
Yes, it does, because, you know, the letter that King Mickey sends to Sora at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2 at the last cutscene, that apparently was after what happened in Kingdom Hearts Recoded.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3D is the one that actually really took place after Kingdom Hearts 2.
I know, and we got tricked. We all thought Recoded was finally going to be the game to go after.
Nope, that's 3D. No, that's DDD.
So yeah, as the professor said, did you notice how obvious the solution was? This is one of those things where, it's one of those puzzles that teaches us that sometimes you should not overcomplicate things. You should always, like, just because something seems obvious, that doesn't mean you should not go, oh wait a minute, this is too obvious, this is definitely not the answer. No, you should always consider the possibility of an obvious solution.
It's like when you're making a test of multiple choices, you know? Don't rethink too much.
Some people went and raised the bridge when I was on my break. And as if it wasn't bad enough, that scoundrel made off of my only bridge crank. Oh really? And after all the trouble we went in solving your crank puzzle, you lose it again. Oh dear. So you mean to say... Great line. That's right. Until that thing turns off, no one is getting in or out of the village. Well...
Convenient.
Can we just swim across?
As Layton said in the first part, Jova, that would be dreadfully cold.
Oh hey, it's just cold. We could swim still.
But yeah, but you would have to take his hat off, Jova. And you've seen the end. You've seen the story of Lost Future. He cannot take his hat off. it's kind of it's kind
Well,
of a
he could
personal
try
thing.
holding it on while he swims. I've seen people do that. But then again, I'm probably pressing against the logic a bit too much.
Okay, so this is another puzzle minigame, the gizmos. Basically, you find the gizmos, and you can build a robot from them.
Sweet.
Meanwhile,
I do love the puzzles where you actually get to put something together, especially when he puts together in Lost Future.
yeah,
That is flipping awesome.
just why are you constructing, you ask? That's the secret. Even though the silhouette makes it incredibly easy for what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a dinosaur, obviously.
Yeah, so yeah, this is the instructions for the painting puzzle, but this is really easy to figure out. You don't need... Okay. You only have one so far, so no point in trying to do anything.
Masterpiece.
Alright, let's check our new mystery, the vanishing crank. Someone has stolen the crank that controls Sinister's drawbridge, the sole portal in and out of the village. Until the crank is recovered, there is no way to leave the village. How would somebody want to steal a drawbridge crank?
Professor, why don't we go about trying to build a boat?
Because, my boy, we don't really have an engine here.
Well, can't we just use oars?
No,
Ah,
he wants to uncover the mysteries first.
aha, Fluffy, Pippa, sewing expression, no doubt about it. That's over there.
Well spotted, Luke. Now we've located her, the question at hand is how to go about chasing her.
Leave this one to me, Professor.
He's gonna try talking to her right now. Ah yes, I've forgotten that you have a way with animals. Well, go right ahead then.
Yes. Here, Claudia, here, girl.
Well, if Phoenix can use a parrot as a witness, I guess you can look and learn how to talk with animals.
Looks like the cat doesn't like Luke too much.
Aye.
Which is a rare case because usually all animals love Luke.
Yeah.
Cats are extremely temperamental.
Luke, are you alright?
I'm sorry I wasn't much help, Professor. She's much feistier than I imagined. And thus our quest to capture the cat continues.
Not before one more puzzle.
Take.
Huh? Oh yeah, I saw that cat.
Didn't even ask you anything.
She almost scratched your eye
My
out.
eater.
Help catch her, you say? Thanks, but no thanks. I like living. Did you see that ferocious beast? I'm not going anywhere, but...
This
Could
looks
you
like
just
a
tell us in
Zelda
which
game.
direction she ran off? How did a killer scurry off westward? She had
This is
fangs
not
the
Johnny
size of
Smiles,
feathers.
you see.
No. For a certain obvious reason, for one, and secondly, for, well, the reason that Johnny Smiles has a much more eloquent accent.
So yeah, we're gonna take advantage of this opportunity to go check in the inn, since we're gonna be here for a while. So we're there right now and see if we can arrange some lodging. Alright, so we'll get some lodging in the next part. See you then.
See you then.
That's fine.